I'm getting into some details about specific areas in Louisville, Kentucky. This video is about a very popular area, and it's about both the good and the bad. Hey guys, I'm Neal Cox. I'm with Judah Real Estate Group right here in Louisville, Kentucky. On the Living in Louisville, Kentucky channel, we love sharing information about my hometown, Louisville, Kentucky. We're putting out new videos each week. If you're watching this one, chances are you would like to watch the next ones too. So go ahead, click subscribe. Also, if you want to get notified when a new one comes out, click the little bell right there to get a notification when a new video goes live. But of course, if you're one of those folks that's thinking of making a move right here to the Louisville, Kentucky area, get out that phone, call, text, email, or you know what it is, sound the bugle. That's right, because we're going to get off to the races. We're going to make your move to Louisville a smooth one. Pros and cons of the Highlands. So why am I starting with the Highlands as one of my first pros and cons videos about specific areas? Well, quite simply, it's where I live, and it's a large area that's made up of some smaller, more distinct areas, and people love it. It includes probably the premier entertainment district right in Louisville, Kentucky. There's lots to do, there's lots to eat, there's lots to see. I just absolutely love living in the Highlands, and I live right in the middle of it. So I'm a bit of an expert when it comes to the Highlands, but we'll talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So here comes my list, top 3 cons and top 3 pros of the Highlands in Louisville, Kentucky. So, number 1, at peak times of day, you can get quite a bit of traffic. This is a pretty popular corridor. It's about 5 o'clock right now, and it's a little trafficy. When you get to some of the kind of partying hours, there's areas in Bardstown Road that can get a little bit slow, but it's not too bad. It's just kind of peak times. You're gonna get home a little later than if you lived out in the suburbs somewhere. Traffic is not always congested, but if you get angry at traffic real easily, there are easily a lot of places that are far less congested than the Highlands. It just is what it is. Especially, you know, those peak times, it really can get a little clogged up. So what about pros? It's not all bad. There's plenty of good as well. You are within walking distance to everything. I mean, right behind me, chiropractor office, vacuum store, Old Town Liquors right there. There's I Love Tacos, which I do. Mark's Feed Store, all kinds of restaurants. This is just standing in one place looking around. Car service right back there too. I mean, if you want to be in the Highlands and never leave, it's easy to do. I do live in the Highlands. I love it. I love walking to dinner with my wife. I like the excitement of all the things around. I think it's great. So you can really see, you can get everywhere quickly. You're really central in the city. It's close to I-64. You can hop on I-64 right there. You can go out of the Highlands and head kind of southwest and get on I-264, or you can take Eastern Parkway straight down to near U of L, turn, and you're on 65. So easy to get around, quick, centrally located. You can get to a lot of places very easily. I'm a fan of that. I'm a real estate agent. I drive all around the city every day, so it's pretty helpful. So, con number 2, the distance between some of the houses. Yes, it is a very condensed area, and you know, right there, might be able to touch each side of those houses just standing in one place. And it's pretty standard. You're just not gonna get a ton of room away from folks. Look how close that one is to the neighbor. They're close. My mother-in-law grew up in the country. She would have a heart attack thinking about living that close to her neighbors. I don't mind it, but some people definitely do. Of course, there's exceptions, people that buy double lots or big stately manors, But you know, when you go down Eastern Parkway and you're in some $1 million or almost $1 million type listings, some of those get very close together still. If you go down Cherokee Parkway though, you look up on the hill, there are some pretty stately mansions really, and they're not as close together, but you've got to pay quite a premium to get your neighbors to be a little bit further apart. But it is what it is. Pro number 2, it is kind of a crowded place, especially right on Bardstown Road. You can get kind of sick of people, but once you get off the beaten path, you really can get to some areas that have tons of beautiful mature trees and parks. It's all preference, you know, but I like even just people watching. I'll just watch people on Bardstown Road sometimes. It's fun. It can be a little people-y though, so definitely something to consider. You've got all these huge trees, you've got Cherokee Park, you've got historic areas. It's just a beautiful area. It really is. It's just a high population density, but it's really gorgeous. It's great. Con number 3. If lots of people and population in close quarters is not your thing, the Highlands might not be the thing for you. Street parking is very common. Some people do have garages, but street parking is the play all around the Highlands. There's definitely quieter areas, but I'm here on a Friday evening around 9 o'clock and all the people are starting to come out. This is one of probably the best 2 or 3 areas for like hanging out for young folks and stuff like that. So if you don't like being around people, consider a different place. I personally like even just the people watching and just all the kind of action that goes along in the Highlands. It's a plus for me. For most people though, it might be a negative. I'm the type that on Friday night, I mean, I'm an old fogey now, of course, so I'm not out at the bars dancing and stumbling around. But that doesn't mean that I don't like to take an occasional walk on Friday evening on Bardstown Road just to kind of see the action. I think it's fun. It's a good thing to do. It's pretty cool. Number 3 for pros, they just do not build them like they used to. Now across the street, that one's pretty grand. Obviously, it's going to cost more. There's every price range in the Highlands, from starter homes to grand mansions. But the things that you get in the Highlands are a lot more attention to detail. Look at the brickwork up above that. Having 9 or 10 foot ceilings is not all that uncommon. Real plaster instead of drywall, you get that, and you get just old detail that they don't really do anymore unless you're in a crazy high price point, even at some very medium price points. You just don't find the quality like that in other places. There are other areas in Louisville with older houses, but this is a just high density concentrated place. The building quality is amazing. You get features that you just don't get anywhere else. There you have it. That is the top 3 pros and cons of the Highlands. Drop us a like, subscribe, send us a comment if there's something else that you want to check out. Now, if you liked this video, you've got to check out this video on the Highlands. I'll see you there.